ladies and gents, welcome back to another video here on Cm42TV and yet another movie vlog here on this lovely Friday evening. Yes, oh, what a week. I nearly hit the wall. Look, that would have been dangerous. Look. Right, yeah, busy week, tiring week, and we have a rare, luxurious, open, free, scheduled weekend. And I'm not saying I'm the busiest guy in the world, but these don't happen very often, do you know what I mean? When you have no plans whatsoever, you know, for the daytime, for the morning time, for the night time of a whole weekend. So we're going to take as much advantage of that as we can. I filmed a couple of videos here, and now it's time to watch a wee movie. So I thought I'd do somewhat of a movie vlog because I have an intention of watching the sequel to this particular film, and that film in question tonight is Drunken Master, starring Jackie Chan from 1978. Great time to be a film fan back in 78. One of my favourite years. Right, so, wee story behind this actually. The reason we're kind of going all... Normally I would just watch the film, God's sake, but I just thought we'll do something a little bit different, especially because there's somewhat of a story behind it. So, Drunken Master, just got this from Amazon. It was about £3, DVD of course. I haven't pulled the trigger on the Blu-ray yet because I don't know how much I love the film, which is, I don't normally care about that, I normally just buy the Blu-ray anyway, but the DVD was really cheap and I thought I'll just get it on and see how it is first, I suppose. Right now, the immediate story of this is right now, currently as we speak in September of 2019, I am on a wee bit of an international film kick right now. I like trying to watch some films from around the world that I've never seen before and kind of learn more about some international cinema, which is great. For me, anyway, because I know a lot about cinema, I know a lot about films, I suppose I'm a film buff, but international cinema for me is quite a weak spot. So that's kind of why I'm watching this right now. I just watched Seven Samurai for the first time about a month ago or 2 months ago. I watched Young Tiger, which is also known as The Heroine, which is a very early Jackie Chan film. It was the first film I watched completely in Mandarin with English subtitles. However, I watched it on the plane coming home from Gran Canaria, so I had it like this on my phone with like earphones in. It was just a bad experience, but it was still, I still enjoyed it. So then, as I said, Seven Samurai, I was lucky enough to be part of Razor Wire Reviews Asian Cinema Season 2, where he asked me to do a wee guest spot for the series. I was more than happy to do so, and I reviewed, watched, and did a wee movie vlog of one of the greatest films of all time, and one of his favourite films ever, Seven Samurai. So check that out if you haven't already on Razor Wire Reviews. That was great fun. So that's kind of all those things building up to kind of watching some more, you know, Asian cinema and more foreign cinema. I saw the Legend of the Drunken Master, or just Legend of the Drunken Master, was on BBC 2 or ITV2 or something like that randomly. So I recorded it and thought, oh, that's one I wanted to see. Also because I sent Luke from Razor Wire Reviews the Blu-ray of I'm sure it was Drunken Master. I don't think it was Legend. I'm pretty sure it was this film on Blu-ray. I bought it for him in like February of 2018. Just as a wee, you know, gesture. I think he made me a cover thing for the Good Bit podcast. So as a wee thank you, I sent him the Blu-ray and he did the wee unboxing and stuff. So that's always been in my head, you know, I've wanted to see this film. I saw Legend of Drunken Master, thought it was maybe the same film, recorded it, started watching it, and it was a really bad like edit or something on the TV where it was like the speech was really quiet, but everything else was really loud. I don't know if it was an issue with my TV or whatever, but that was an issue for me. So I was kind of watching it, having a hard time watching it, and I was thinking I wasn't understanding the story or anything. Did some research, looked on Luke's channel actually, and found out that Legend of the Drunken Master is actually the sequel. It took me about 40 minutes to realise that. It's actually Drunken Master 2. So I thought, I'm going to keep watching it. I'm 40 minutes in, got another 20 minutes in and thought to myself, I'll just watch the first one first and come back to it and I'll have a better experience, you know. So I went and purchased the Drunken Master on DVD for £3 or £4 on Amazon. So I'm going to watch it tonight, get some opinions on the first Drunken Master, then I can go back to that Sky recording, or maybe if I see it, maybe buy the DVD and watch Legend of, and see my progress and my experience watching these films for the first time. So sit back, relax, as I am going to do. Going to get a wee juice, get some chocolate magic stars I think I've got in the fridge, and I'll enjoy my Friday night chill time, free, not doing anything, watching some Jackie Chan cinema. Drunken Master here on Cm42TV. Let's check it out. Here we go, Drunken Master. It's time for some Drunken Master, baby. Drunken Master. And it goes to the PS4. And let's watch Jackie Chan have a few drinks, do a few kicks, make us all laugh. So we're literally like 3 minutes in. And we already have this absolute epic battle. Look at this. Excellent open, look at this. Doof. Class. Here we go. So, I have absolutely no idea why, right? But the language keeps switching between the original Cantonese to English. And obviously there's an audio, choice in the menu, and I would rather just watch it originally with English subtitles, the way it was intended. And some scenes are in original, language, and some of them are in English. It's just weird. Like, I selected the original, and it's just, I don't know. I went back and forth, but the accents keep changing. Crazy. I feel like I'm a drunken master. Never mind. We joke there. So here's what I mean, right? So, full on original language, what they're speaking. Subtitles are on. They make the mad pose. Here we go. This mad epic fight starts, right? And I'm not changing anything. Right, let's just fast forward to the end of this fight. Not changing anything. Not changed any settings, not changed any... And now Jackie Chan has some weird English accent. See what I mean? Oh no, we're back to original. What? Oh, what? Alright. We're back, ladies and gents. Here we go. It's time. We have just finished the one and only Drunken Master. Let's see if that'll focus on young Jackie's face. Prime Jackie. I don't know if this is Prime Jackie. This might be right before Prime Jackie. I don't know. But it's been very interesting watching this film and seeing a young Jackie Chan do his thing. Better than anybody I've ever seen in my life, ever. So I've just finished watching Drunken Master, and I'll tell you something, ladies and gents. I've never seen a film like this in my life. I had just the best time watching this film, right? It was just so much fun. It was exactly, it's exactly what I was wanting, exactly what I was expecting. And yeah, it is an hour and 50, just under 2 hours, I think. And I have never seen so many different fights, choreographed moves, kicks, punches thrown, weird stances in a kung fu sense. Yes, that was, in case you missed it, within 1 hour and 50 in my life. Oh my god, fight, kung fu, drunken boxing overload in this film, ladies and gents. Almost too much at times. It's almost so much to follow. It's like a choreographed fight that is just not over. I wouldn't say it's over choreographed. It's very well choreographed. Whereas like everybody has laid out every single fucking move and it's so obvious, but it works so well that it is in no way a detriment to the film or to the scene or to the performers at all, or to the credibility of it at all. It's great the whole way through. I was expecting great. I don't know if I was expecting to love it and think it was as great as it was, or as I did. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, I've heard a lot of arguments to say where, the fights are too much and there are too many of them. It's like fight after fight after fight, but I kind of think it helped because of the weird dubbing of the film and because maybe maybe it's a bit dated, I don't know. And some of the performances and stuff are a bit dodgy. And some of the English dubs now, I was talking about earlier how it switches in between sometimes the English dub to the original language version. Sometimes the English dubs are really dodgy, especially Jackie's voice. It is random. So random, not a great dub. I was thinking watching it as well, I'd love to do that. I'd love to sit in a studio or something and try and dub a film and try and match up the lines to the kind of the lip movement and stuff. I think that'd be great. Because there's some really good ones out there obviously, but this one in particular wasn't great. I loved when it was the original language and the subtitles were there, because it's obviously the original way you were supposed to see it, but the English dub just wasn't good at all. I'm not looking forward to going back to Legend of the Drunken Master, the second one, and the whole thing being dubbed, but we'll see when we get there. What was I talking about? Yeah, people saying that sometimes the fights were too much and it was just quite repetitive, and I can understand that, absolutely. However, sometimes there was a wee bit of a lull in the story, a wee bit of a lull in the actual flow of the film, especially with the weird dubbing. So I just think, like, as soon as you were getting a wee bit bored or a wee bit tired or a wee bit, you know, iffy on the performances and the scene you're watching, there's just, you know, you've got this amazing fight that's about to happen, that's going to blow your socks off, that's going to make you smile and just make you go, oh my god. And that helped it a lot, actually. I just thought it was such a good time, knowing that as soon as one fight was over, you know you're about to see another one. And speaking of the fights, two in particular in this film that I loved the most. First one that I loved the most was the guy with a hard head. I don't know I can't remember his actual, you know, his character name. The guy, he was like King of Bamboo or something like that. I don't know, King of Samurai, something like that. And the guy with a hard head, imagine casting that part as well. Like, we're looking for someone who's alright, bashing their head against walls and stuff. But that was great, it was so much fun, like, watching that scene. Probably very much a lot of fun to film as well, with the guys alright just like running into walls and running into big like wooden plates and stuff like that, and bamboo sticks and stuff. Everybody's just kind of hitting him in the head, and he's like, ah! And it reminds me of a wrestler. He's just going about headbutting folk. That was hilarious. I loved that scene. But the best fight, in my opinion, was the last fight. It just goes on for forever and ever and ever. But what I loved about it as well, it's almost like a rematch, because he's like the guy that Jackie's fighting is the assassin, essentially. The guy who's like almost like a bounty hunter. The guy that is he's seen the reward for killing Jackie Chan's character, and he goes out to do it. And he comes ever so close, and it's the only time in the film, I noted this down as well, there's the only time in the film where a fight is like really lopsided and really one-sided, where every other one is like 50-50 the whole time. You don't know what's going to happen, you don't know what move's coming next. It's very even. Whereas it was kind of like 3/4 of the way through the film. Not even, actually, it's actually near halfway through the film, because it makes Jackie kind of change his ways, because his character's kind of like a wee rebel, wee bit of a hooligan, I guess. I don't know, I don't know, rebellious, definitely. And then he just gets kind of like his ass kicked by this assassin, this bounty hunter, and it kind of makes him go, I'm going to learn this drunken boxing, the 8 stages of the drunken boxing. I'm going to make my dad proud, I'm going to make my trainer proud, So High, I believe his name was. And it's because of that fight that makes him want to learn. And then he goes, and the shape he's in is unbelievable. The way he is shaped anyway, just with the fucking muscles everywhere, and he's all, he just looks incredible. And like when he's like hanging upside down, and he's moving the water from like the lower bucket to the top shelf thing, and he's trying to cheat it and stuff. That's just, it's unbelievable. You know what I mean? It's like, how is that physically possible? But he can do it, you know what I mean? Jackie can do anything. And he starts doing the mad random shapes he's making, and the mad moves, and the drunken box, and the 8 stages of the gods, and then he starts doing the woman one, which is really funny. He's just so lovable. I love him so much. And I always said to myself, I'm a big Jackie Chan fan, but watching films like this, and watching films like Young Tiger, it's so good watching his prime stuff and watching his early stuff and seeing him develop that reputation he has as one of the greatest action stars of all time and martial arts stars of all time. Great stuff. I love him. I love this film. I can't wait to watch the sequel. I can't wait to dive more into like Jackie's back catalogue after watching this, but I'm especially now excited to check out the second one, which I'm going to do either tomorrow or in a few days' time. But stay tuned, because we're going to talk about it in this video. So let's get to that now. The next time you'll see me is a few days later, or tomorrow, whenever I decide to do it, watching The Legend of the Drunken Master. Okay, so it's a few days later, and I'm watching Legend of the Drunken Master, or as they call it in the industry, Drunken Master 2. And I don't know if I talked about this earlier, but there's some awful audio job done with this recording. It's ridiculous. So it's recorded off of Sci-Fi on Sky. It's the English dub version, and the audio is just ridiculous. Like, you can't understand a word they're saying. Volume wise, like, there's great volume on everything else in the background, but the dialogue is so quiet. Absolutely no clue what they're saying. You catch a wee word here and there. But earlier on I was talking about the weird accents that they've used for the English dub. Sounds like Jackie Chan's actual voice for his English dub, which is good this time. This was done in the 90s. So hear that, so that's normal sound for all the other stuff, the music and that, but the dialogue is really, really quiet. It's crazy. But I'm going to still watch it, and I'll talk about it afterwards. Alright, so it is the morning after The Legend of the Drunken Master, and I'll tell you something, ladies and gents, I have just had the best time watching these films. I'll tell you something, I've really, really enjoyed watching some classic and some in-prime Jackie Chan. Legend of the Drunken Master from 1994, although a dodgy recording that kind of put me off at first. I got to tell you, I just had such a good time. I loved these films. I don't know which one I preferred. I think I preferred the first one a little better. I always am biased towards the first of films though. I like sequels and stuff. I've always been very pro sequels. And then they wait 20 years to do this sequel. And I wonder what that was like in '94 for people who were diehards of the first one. You know, were they pro a sequel? And although it's not like it's like exact sequel, you know what I mean? It's not exactly you're following on straight away. You could watch either of these films, you know, individually and just be like, and just enjoy them for what they are. The second one especially, because it's its own separate film essentially. It's a few wee hints back to the first one, like the drunk boxing and things like that. Obviously you learn about what it's from and how he kind of learned it and stuff from the first one. But, you know, some of the cast are different, you know. Of course it's going to be like that, and Jackie's older. He's still kind of playing that kind of innocent, young, daft hooligan when he's 20 years older. Do you know what I mean? And like I'm watching this '94 Jackie Chan, which could be, you know, prime Jackie Chan. '90s Jackie Chan is unmatchable, you know. I think of Rush Hour or whatever. What's the one with Owen Wilson? Shanghai Nights? Shanghai Noon? I think that was 2000 that film came out, and that's a good film. Bit daft as well, but definitely not best Jackie Chan. But I also watched The Tuxedo. Have I talked about this? I watched The Tuxedo, which is a 2002 Jackie Chan film. Very, very daft and silly, but a very 2002 film, if you get me. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Legend of the Drunken Master, which is a very 1994 film. Makes no sense. I loved the fact that he's still trying to be that young guy. He's still, you know, afraid of his father. He's still, you know, trying to do stuff behind his father's back. You know, still kind of chatting to his mother and his stepmom. They're kind of trying to be daft in their own wee way without the father seeing. There's something weird with his sister that isn't really right. He doesn't really know it's his sister until later in this film, which I thought was kind of awkward. But, you know, Jackie can almost pull off anything. He's so daft and goofy, you know, but so lovable. He's so lovable in a really weird way. I took down a few wee notes here. Some of the scenes in this film, although the fight scenes in the original in Drunken Master are just unbelievable, this film, they've almost turned the fights up another level. It's almost a more epic film. Because it's 20 years later, of course, technology has gotten a bit better. And he himself, if it was possible to get any better than the 1970 version, 70s version of Drunken Master, if there's any way to get a little bit better, he has done it in this film. He's made it a bit more epic, you know. There's a scene in this restaurant where it's literally like, I'm going to say about 100 to 150 people against him. And it's just against him and his mate. And he kind of fights with this sort of bamboo stick cane thing. And it's like nothing I've ever seen before in my life. I don't just mean in film and TV. I just mean in like, not even documentaries or behind the scenes stuff, stunt work, real life situations, funny videos you watch on the internet, film, TV, biopics. Nothing has ever been like this. I've ever seen wrestling. You know, martial arts. This is just something I've never seen before, where he is holding off hundreds of people who are literally, essentially attacking him, focusing on him. I wasn't even sure what they were fighting him for. This is the plot of Legend of the Drunken Master or Drunken Master 2 isn't, you know, straightforward and like, there's a wee confusing part to it. You know what I mean? You're like, why on earth what is he looking for here? Is he trying to hide something? Has he got the thing? He lost a sort of potion thing or something that was valuable on a train. Has he found it? Who's looking for it? Why is it important? But all those things just kind of go to the back of your head. You don't even worry about the kind of flaws in the story and the plot holes and the questions you have, because the fights are so epic and the choreography is so ridiculous. But this fight in the restaurant, I've never seen anything like it in my life. He's just fighting off these hundreds of folk. He takes off his top and he's all like sweaty and his body is still so ripped. And he's got this cane bamboo stick thing. And he's just swinging it around and taking out hundreds of guys. It's crazy. It's worth going out of your way just to see that scene. Then the final scene. Holy God, apparently it took 4 months to film on its own. I don't, you know, I'm not surprised by that at all. There's a scene where, or a part of the scene where Jackie literally falls and takes a back bump onto like flaming, burning coals. And, you know, if that isn't daft in its own right, then when the credits run of the film, you see some outtakes. And he's like He just did it more than once. He's like, yeah, let's just fall into these calls. And he's standing there, he's like, ready? Okay, go, action, kick, boom. And it's just, he's kind of like, that's the outtake version, you know what I mean? Like, it's no BS, there's no rigging here. It's just a fucking burning coal pit. And Jackie Chan openly, numerous times, wants to fall on it for the better of his film. And that last scene, he's fighting with fire, and there's like fire on his shoe, and he's kicking him, and he's lighting the bad guy's arm on fire. He's hitting him with like flaming chairs and things like that. It's mental. It's mental. What an amazing film. What else have I written down here? The first film, Drunken Master from the 70s, is kind of more central to one location. Maybe the budget was kind of lower, whereas this one felt a bit more wide, and again it was a bit more of a blockbuster, a bit more of an epic, this second film. So I kind of liked that, kind of played to its effect. And that original film, the fact it is just set in one location, that plays to its strength as well. So there's not really a better one than the other, I don't think. They're both absolutely insane. So enjoyable, so much fun to watch. And I'll show you how much I enjoyed it actually, because when I discovered that the Sky recording I had of the film was a bit daft, I looked on Amazon to see if I could get a Blu-ray version or a DVD version that would come original and all that stuff, and there was nothing. There was no, I mean, the Blu-ray that is there is like, I was reading some customer reviews and stuff, and they were very unhappy with it, and they were saying it's a really bad version of it. You know, it's like there's not any subtitles available. You only see the English dub. There's not really many extras, that sort of thing. So I was like, well, it doesn't matter, I'll just leave it. And I threw my phone down and I watched the film, damn it. But because I enjoyed the film so much, and I have in my head that, you know, I have a Blu-ray collection here, that any film that I enjoy so much and that is an 8 out of 10 or more has to be added to my collection. It's approved by me. So I went back onto Amazon and I ordered the Blu-ray anyway. It was only a $5, but I bought it on Blu-ray, and it's meant to arrive today actually, so you'll see that in my next Blu-ray update if I ever get to that. So it's going to be a big one next month. I've got lots of stuff saved up, which is great, but and both of them, two things in that update later in the month will be both Drunken Master and Drunken Master 2, The Legend of. So yeah, I enjoyed it so much that after throwing my phone down in rage, the fact that they didn't have any subtitles or the original version, I went and bought the movie anyway, because it's one I want to re-watch. That's another thing, you know, in terms of buying Blu-rays. Would you watch it more than once? Would you give it another shot? Would you show it to someone? The answer to Legend of the Drunken Master and Drunken Master 1, they both are absolute yeses from me. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching and coming along this journey with me in this movie vlog for the Drunken Master films from Jackie Chan. Just absolute epics. I can't talk about them enough. I can't use enough adjectives to describe how much I love them and how mind-blowing they are. So I'd recommend both films especially to kind of get a full gauge of just different generation Jackie Chan, different generation Kung Fu films. And yeah, I thought I liked Jackie Chan before. So lovable, so likeable, and so mental, so good. A lot of fun. Thanks for watching, everybody. You can follow me on social media, Twitter and Instagram at Cm42TV, and please subscribe for more new videos every single day. Thanks a lot. I'll see you all next time. Peace.